Welcome, passionate explorers, to TTtravel, an inspiring channel that takes you to new horizons, where every step is a memorable story. Today, prepare your luggage for an adventure that awakens all the senses, where the snow-capped peaks of the Andes soar into the blue sky, the Atacama Desert is brilliant under the stars, and the Pacific Ocean waves crash against the wild cliffs of Patagonia. The taste of Carmenere wine blends with the smell of hot empanadas. The bustling sound of Cueca dancing blends with the poetry of Pablo Neruda. We will explore Chile, the land of South American wonders, where majestic nature, vibrant culture, and warm people create an unforgettable symphony. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of the Colchagua Valley tasting wine, sailing through the San Rafael Glacier, or marveling at the giant Moai statues on Easter Island. From the artistic streets of Valparaíso, the Mapuche villages of Chilean, to the emerald lakes of Patagonia, Chile is a living canvas where every corner tells a story. Are you ready to write your own journey? Like, share, and subscribe to TTtravel to conquer the soul of Chile with us. Chile, the world's longest and narrowest country, stretches 4,300 kilometers along the Pacific coast, but is only an average of 175 kilometers wide. With an area of 756,102 square kilometers and a population of around 19 million, 2025, Chile is one of the most stable countries in South America, known for its exports of copper, wine, and salmon. The name Chile may be derived from the Mapuche Chile or the Quechua Chile, cold, reflecting the country's geography. Chile's history dates back to 10,000 BC with indigenous peoples such as the Mapuche, Aymara, and Rapa Nui. The Mapuche are known for their warrior culture, while the Rapa Nui carved the Moai on Easter Island. After the Spanish colonial period, 1541 to 1818, Chile gained independence and has thrived since the 1980s. Its culture is a blend of indigenous, Spanish, and immigrant communities, as evidenced by Cueca, the La Tirana Festival, and the poetry of Pablo Neruda. Chile's natural landscape is a spectacular canvas of the Andes, the Atacama Desert, more than 2,000 volcanoes, 4,000 kilometers of coastline, and 43 national parks, from Torres del Paine to Easter Island. Santiago, the capital city nestled in the Andean Valley, is Chile's cultural and economic hub with over 7 million inhabitants, around 40% of the country's population. From the top of San Cristobal Hill at 8:80 a.m., you can enjoy panoramic views of the city, the snow-capped Andes, and the 300-m Grand Torre, the tallest tower in South America. A cable car takes you to the top, where Café Literario is the perfect place to sip coffee and watch the sunset. In the historic Plaza de Armas Square, the city's historic center, you'll find the magnificent Baroque Metropolitana Cathedral, the National History Museum, and the Old French Post Office. Don't miss La Vega Market, a local foodie haven with pastel de choclo, corn patties filled with meat, corn, and olives, and the sweet chirimoya fruit. Bella Vista is an arts and entertainment district with colorful graffiti, Patio Bella Vista, and the famous Pisco Sour cocktail. The Pre-Columbian Museum showcases Moai statues, ancient Mapuche textiles, and Aymara pottery. Poet Pablo Neruda once lived in La Chascona, a poetic house with a ship-like interior and a peaceful garden. Bicentenario Park offers a green space with a swan lake and a promenade. Santiago is a place where modern life, cultural depth, and charming nature converge. Valparaíso, a port city 120 kilometers from Santiago, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with 42 hills covered in colorful murals, and has been described as the San Francisco of South America. Antique elevators dating back to 1883, such as the Ascensor Artilleria, take you up Cerro Alegre Hill, where giant murals and spectacular views of the sparkling Valparaíso Bay can be enjoyed. Stroll along Paseo Atkinson, lined with pastel-colored wooden houses, for photos, Mapuche handicrafts, and seaside coffee. A special experience is to join a graffiti tour at Cerro Concepcion with a local artist to learn how to paint murals and discover the hidden messages behind the works. Visit La Sebastiana, Pablo Neruda's dreamy house with a view of the Pacific Ocean and an antique typewriter. At the Muel Prat Port Market, you can enjoy oyster ceviche, fried sonrio, and buy souvenirs made from seashells. At night, Valparaíso is brilliant with the 1896 Bar Cinzano, where you can join the locals in tango and cueca. Don't forget to try Coralana at J, cruise and stay at Casa Higueras with its infinity pool overlooking the sea. This is where art, the sea, and the free spirit of Chile come together. The Atacama Desert, the driest in the world, is located in northern Chile, with areas that haven't had rain in 400 years, giving it a Martian-like appearance. The Valley of the Moon, Valle de la Luna, with its sand dunes, salt rocks, and eroded cliffs, is most beautiful at sunset when the light turns the desert golden. The Seja Lagoon, with water 10 times saltier than the ocean, allows you to float on the water, overlooking the Andes and the Lecancabra volcano, 5916 m in the distance. A rare experience is stargazing at ALMA Observatory. Book 3 months in advance, home to the world's largest telescope, or join an astronomy tour in San Pedro de Atacama, where you can see the Milky Way, Orion, and meteors clearly thanks to the light pollution-free sky. El Techo Valley, with 80 steaming geysers 10 m high, is the place to watch the sunrise and bathe in 40 degrees Celsius hot springs in the cold desert. San Pedro de Atacama Village, with its terracotta houses and dirt roads, has a market selling alpaca sweaters, lapis lazuli stone rings, and Cafe Adobe serving lomo saltado, beef sautéed with chili and potatoes. Atacama is an adventure paradise. Mountain bike through Death Valley, Valle de la Muerte, sandboard 100 m high hills, or climb Lascar Volcano, 592 m, with a guide. Stay at Alto Atacama Resort, with a desert spa, outdoor plunge pools, and night tours to see wildlife like Andean foxes. Atacama is where you can experience the wonder of the universe, the harshness of the desert, and the surreal beauty of Chile. Patagonia, southern Chile, is a wilderness of glaciers, granite mountains, and emerald lakes, and has been called the end of the world. Torres del Paine National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, features the Torres Rock Towers, 500 m, the 15 m high Salto Grande waterfall, and the brilliant turquoise Lake Pijo. Trekking the W route, 4 to 5 days, 71 kilometers, takes you through the Ascencio Valley, the Gray Glacier, and the Guanaco Grasslands, the South American camel. A great adventure is kayaking through the San Rafael Glacier in Laguna San Rafael National Park, with its 70 m high ice walls, thunderous cracking sounds, and the chance to see seals swimming. Sail from Puerto Natales to Magdalena Island, October-March, where 120,000 Magellanic penguins waddle across the sand. Puerto Natales, the gateway to Patagonia, has La Mesita Grande serving Cordero al Palo, whole lamb roasted over an open fire, and Calafate sour made from Patagonian berries. Patagonia is also quiet. Lake General Carrera, with its winding marble cave, Catedral de Marmol, is a great place to kayak and photograph the reflections. Stay at the Ecolodge Patagonia Camp, with its luxury yurts overlooking Lake Toro and Mount Paine. Patagonia is where you can experience the grandeur, solitude, and raw beauty of Chile's natural landscape. Easter Island, Rapa Nui, isolated in the Pacific Ocean 3,700 kilometers from the mainland, is a UNESCO heritage site famous for its 887 giant moai statues, 4 to 10 m high, weighing up to 80 tons, carved by the Rapa Nui people from the 12th to 15th centuries to commemorate their ancestors. Ahu Tamburiki, with 15 majestic moai on a 200 m long stone platform, is a majestic sight, especially when dawn lights up the stone faces. Reino Raraku, an ancient quarry, still has 400 unfinished statues, like an open-air museum telling an incomplete story. February sees the Tupti Festival, with its Tatora boat races, hoko dancing, and red earth body painting. Hangaroa village is bustling with artisan markets and seafood restaurants like Tatakuvave. Climb Reno Cow to see the Blue Crater and Orongo, where the Tangatamanu ritual of choosing a leader takes place through swimming and egg catching. Anakina, a paradise beach with white sand, turquoise water, and 4 silent moai, is the perfect place to unwind. Stay at Explore Rapa Nui, experience cycling, outdoor yoga, and immerse yourself in the mystical beauty of Polynesian culture. The Lakes region, Los Lagos, in south-central Chile, is a paradise of lakes, volcanoes, and Valdivian temperate forests, earning it the nickname the Switzerland of South America. Chile's second-largest lake, Lanquihu, has the Osorno volcano, 652 m, reflected in its waters, creating a picturesque backdrop for sunrise photography. The town of Puerto Varas, with its 19th-century German-style wooden houses, is the place to try kuchen, an apple or raspberry fruit cake, at Café Danes. A memorable moment is the Termos Geometricas hot springs near Pucón, with 20-40 degrees Celsius pools in the middle of the forest, connected by redwood bridges, offering a feeling of absolute relaxation. Kayak down the Petroview River, see the Emerald Waterfalls and Calbuco Volcano, 2015 m, or take a boat across Lake Todos Los Santos in Vicente Pérez Rosales National Park, Tupola Island with its wild orchids. Try curanto, seafood, meat, potatoes stewed in a pit with nauca leaves, at Fogan Chilot in Chiloé, a traditional Mapuche Willish dish. The Lake District is an adventure destination. Climb Villarrica Volcano, 847 m, in Pucón, see its smoking crater, or ski at Huilo Huilo, June-September. Stay at Hotel AWA in Puerto Varas, with a spa, glass rooms overlooking the lake, and dinners on local trout. The Lake District is where you can immerse yourself in nature, German Mapuche culture, and rich Chilean cuisine. Chile, a top 10 wine-producing country in the world, has wine valleys 1 to 2 hours from Santiago, famous for the Carmenere grape, the national grape. The Colchagua Valley, the heart of wine, has the Montes Vineyard with a 200-hectare bike tour, tasting Alpha M, Carmenere Cabernet Sauvignon, and lunching on grilled Wagyu beef. The Concha y Toro Vineyard in the Mapo Valley, Chile's largest, is the place to try Casillero del Diablo and explore the 150-year-old cellar with the legend of a guardian devil. A rare experience is to join the grape picking, March-April, at Valle Manant in Colchagua, trample the grapes by foot as is traditional, and learn to make pisco sour with a local bartender. The Colchagua Wine Museum, with 5,000 bottles dating back to the 16th century, tells the story of Chilean wine since colonial times. Try asado, beef, pork ribs grilled over charcoal, at Casa Silva, with views of the vineyards. The Vendimia Festival, March, in Santa Cruz features parades, Mapuche horse races, and free wine tastings in the square. The Wine Valley is also relaxing. Take a horse-drawn carriage ride through the Casablanca Valley, see the Sauvignon Blanc grapes, and stop in Emiliana for an organic wine tasting. Stay at the Boutique Hotel Vic Chile, with an infinity pool, wine therapy spa, and valley view rooms. The Wine Valley is where you can experience the flavors, the art of living, and the sophistication of Chile. The Chiloé Archipelago, south of the lakes, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with 1617th and 18th century wooden churches built without nails, such as the Castro Church with its golden facade and pinewood interior. The capital, Castro Town, is famous for its palafitos, wooden houses built on stilts on the seafront, most beautiful at high tide. Dalcajo Market sells hand-woven Chiloé sweaters, smoked salmon, and 400 varieties of native potatoes. A memorable trip is to hear the legend of the Kalush, the ghost ship that sails the night sea, at El Fogan de Pepe in Anca. Chiloé National Park, with its humid Valdivian forest, has the El Tepual Trail leading to marshes filled with migratory birds like the pink-faced spoonbill. Take a 2-hour boat ride to Mashuk Island, see a fishing village with colorful wooden houses, try milchao, fried potato cakes, and learn to weave baskets from the Huilish people. Join the Minga Festival, January, with oxen pulling wooden houses and a community curanto party. Chiloé is also relaxing. Sutsao Beach, with its big waves and black sand, is a great place to surf or horseback ride along the shore. Stay at Tierra Chiloé, with a spa, ocean view rooms, and a boat tour to see the Chilo dolphins. Chiloé is where you can experience the Mapuche Huilish culture, the wild nature, and the legends of Chile. Iquique, a port city in the middle of the Atacama Desert, is a surfer's paradise and has a remarkable colonial legacy. Cavancha Beach is famous for its 3M waves, attracting international surfers, and there are cafes serving pisco sours and chicha morada along the coast. Baquedano Street, with its old wooden houses, is a great place to stroll and explore the Naval Museum. A must-do is paragliding from Cerro Dragon Hill, offering panoramic views of the city, desert, and Pacific Ocean. Humberstone Ghost Village, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, still retains the remains of a glorious saltpeter mine from the 1920s. Try the sweet chumbec and take an ATV tour to Pica Lagoon to relax in the hot springs. Iquique is the perfect combination of dynamism, history, and the wild beauty of desert and sea. La Serena, a northern coastal town, is a destination for beaches, astronomy, and colonial architecture. Avenida del Mar, with its 6 kilometers beach, is a place to cycle, surf, and sample anticucho, grilled beef on a skewer, at beachside kiosks. The San Francisco Church, 1627, with its stone bell tower, and the Archaeological Museum, with its moai from Rapa Nui, tell the history of the Coquimbo region. A special moment is an astronomical tour in the Elqui Valley, home to the Mamaluca Observatory, where you can see the Southern Cross and Jupiter through a telescope. Try pisco at the Capel Distillery, learn how to distill from Muscat grapes, and taste traditional pisco sours. La Recova Market sells alpaca sweaters, Aymara pottery, and sweet papaya La Serena. Take a horse-drawn carriage ride through the village of Vicuña, Gabriela Mistral's hometown, and visit the Nobel Memorial House. La Serena is also relaxing. The Japanese garden Kokoro no Niwa, with its koi pond and cherry trees, is a peaceful place to stroll. Stay at the Hotel Club La Serena, with its ocean-facing pool. La Serena is where you can feel the sea, the stars, and Chile's cultural heritage. Chilean cuisine is a fusion of indigenous, Spanish, and immigrant influences, drawing on the abundant ingredients of 4,000 kilometers of coastline and fertile soil. Empanada de Pino, a pie filled with beef, onions, olives, and hard-boiled eggs, is the national dish, best enjoyed at Emporio La Rosa in Santiago. Ocean fish ceviche, with lime juice, cilantro, and ají peppers, is a refreshing dish, tried at Mercado Central. Pastel de choclo, a cornbread stew with chicken, raisins, and onions, is a summer dish, best enjoyed at Donatina in Valparaíso. Regional dishes include curanto, seafood, meat, and potato stew in Chiloé, cordero al palo, roasted lamb in Patagonia, porotos granados, bean and pumpkin stew in the Lakes region, and king crab, centala, in Punta Arenas. Chilean seafood, such as oysters, ostions, in Valparaiso, Sonrio and Antofagasta, and lobster, langosta, in Rapa Nui, are specialties. Desserts include motcan husillo, dried peaches soaked in wheat, and alfajores filled with dulce de leche. Drink highlights include Carmenere wine from Colchagua, pisco sour from La Serena, and terremoto, white wine, pineapple sorbet, and grenadine, tried at La Piedra in Santiago. A great activity is to take a cooking class at Cooking in Chile, Santiago, making empanadas, ceviche, and pastel de choclo. Chilean cuisine is a journey through sea, land, and culture, bringing joy and connection in every dish. Chile is more than a destination, it's a journey that awakens all the senses. You'll be stunned by the majestic Torres del Paine, gaze up at the stars in Atacama, and listen to the waves crashing against La Portada. This is where you'll sip Carmenere in the Colchagua Valley, paddle through the marble caves of Patagonia, and stand before the mysterious Moai of Rapa Nui. From the driest desert in the world to the towering Andes, from the ocean of Chiloé to the colorful towns, Chile is a symphony of nature, culture, and history. An explorer once said, "Chile is not just where you arrive, it's where you find yourself." Where will you start? Modern Santiago, wild Patagonia, or mysterious Rapa Nui? Share your dream itinerary and follow TTtravel to continue exploring.